Man's World, what's up, buddy?
Not much, Rich. How are you?
Good. What do you got for me today?
What is your thoughts on future online dating? Where do you think it's going to go? How can a man connect with a woman? What's your theory?
Well, you're asking different questions. You're asking the future, and you're asking how do you connect with a woman today. So which one do you want to hit on, or do you want to do both?
Let's go online future dating.
Online dating is going to, like, your success on it is going to be determined on, generally speaking, the first photograph that they see.
Okay.
So if you don't have good photography, you're wasting your time. So that's the first thing. Okay. Most guys have shit photographs. I mean, I've sat there with women and they're like, oh, my dating app, whatever. I'm like, pass me your phone. Let me see your matches, sort of thing. Or let's go through your phone together. Right. And it's like, your competition for the most part sucks if you got the gig down right. I mean, I talk about it in my book, like in the chapter on how to use dating apps properly. It's always bizarre to me that people can't spend a few $100s, put on a nice outfit, get a nice tailored shirt, go on location with a couple of different outfits, change, get some shots, like get some good photography, because that's going to make the biggest difference in your success online, right? Beyond that, if you're not at least a 7 or 8 out of 10 on your own scale, with 10 being the best version of yourself, like a lot of guys will be like, I'm a 2, I'm a 3, I'm a 4, I'm a 5. You're going to get the worst results possible. You're not going to get any matches. And if you do get matches, you're going to get the worst looking chicks you've ever seen that are way below you. So your best ROI, your return on investment, if you want to get good results, is going to be make sure you're at least a 7 or 8 out of 10 yourself, and you have a very good photograph for your number one photograph. The other ones should be good too, but the first photograph that they see matters the most, because a lot of the times they'll look at that and they don't even look at the bio. They don't look at the other photographs. It's just a right or left very quickly. So if you want to get that match, you have to get their attention with the first photograph. It's got to be good.
So what do you think it's going to be like in 2032?
There was a company that I almost invested in about 15 years ago, because online dating came around, I think 2001, 2002 for me. Lava Life, Lime, was it LimeWire or Lime? I don't know. Plenty of Fish, been around for a long time. That site skyrocketed. And there was talk of video. Okay. Now they haven't integrated video into dating apps yet, but I think it's going to come, because right now it's just static photography. Video is very popular with TikTok, short form video, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. It's watched way more than long form content today. So it's only a matter of time before somebody's going to cook up a dating app where it's going to be like a 3 or a 5 second video, and you're going to have to dance like a fucking monkey or something, and she's going to do some hair flip or something like that to get your attention.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some integration. Somebody mentioned here in the chat, like metaverse VR might come your way. That's going to get catfishing to some new levels of fuckery, right? If that comes. But video is going to be hard to see. People like video content, but the problem with video content is it's hard to catfish, and women like to catfish. They'll use older photography, they'll use touch-up filters, and that's harder to do with a video. So the adoption rate for women will probably go down. The adoption rate for guys will guys will jump through any hoops that they give them. Jump how high? Jump in what direction? Sure. They'll do anything to get women, especially if they don't have women in their life, right? So if they have to make videos and jump around like a monkey, they'll probably do it. So that's probably what you'll see coming up in the future. But again, I mean, it's all going to boil down to, can you get their attention in a noisy world, because they're distracted by notifications, by TikToks, by this, that, and the other thing? Can you get their attention very quickly with one great photograph? If you can nail that, you'll do very well on dating apps.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's all I wanted to ask you. What your theory is on the future of dating now? Really, it's I'm thinking in my head, the theory is that it's going to be a video message, like 30 seconds long. You introduce yourself.
I don't even think it'll be 30 seconds. It'll probably be like less than 10 seconds, because women have no patience for any of that.
So let's say 10 seconds. And then if they like it, they go into your profile, they'll see another introductory video. And then from there, instead of texting you, they'll just basically call you. No texting, no photos, no nothing.
Sorry, I didn't finish what I wanted to get out about that 2003 story. So I was talking to the guy, one of the senior executives from Lava Life. I got introduced from my accountant because I was going to invest into this dating app at the time. And I thought that the most popular or the most used dating apps were like photographs, like profiles. We didn't have phone apps back then because that was 2003. Like phones didn't come out till 2008. So it was all browser based. It was all like website based, right? So you'd upload a picture, you type in your bio, your height, what you like to do, long walks on the beach and all that bullshit stuff. And the guy told me something which I thought was shocking, you know, at the time. He goes, the vast majority of users at that time back then were call-ins. It was call-in hotlines. Like you would call in and you would have like chat rooms or like a chat room with 2 people or like a bunch of people. That's where they made most of the money, and that's where their volume was. It wasn't from browser-based photography uploads. So and that was because it was very easy for women to convince men to take them out based on their personality. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Because guys will fall in love with a chick's personality and they'll create this image in their head of what they're looked at. So that was how they catfish back then. And then it moved to still photography, which moved to dating apps with just swiping left and right. So I think it's a matter of time before it moves to video format, just based on those past trends. But we'll see what happens.
Do you think that Western women would go for something like that?
If it makes it harder for them to catfish, probably not, because women see. Men and women lie differently on dating apps. Men lie about how successful they are and how tall they are, generally speaking. Women lie about how beautiful they are and how youthful they are. That's why they use older pictures with filters. Or if they use photography, if they're overweight, they only film from here up, from like an elevated angle sort of thing, right? So men and women lie differently. So they have to figure out a way to integrate video, but still let women deceive men the way that they've always deceived men, for them to adopt it.
Do you think they'll lose money because of the video?
No, because thirst is endless and women love attention. Women want attention. Men have thirst for women. So as long as somebody connects those two together properly, then they'll make money.
So they'll still make profit from it.
Yeah.
So
there's lots of money in dating apps, right?
Yeah. I know that you were trying to get into it and you were trying to get into the video side of it, and it never happened for you.
No. It was too early. It was too early. And I think it's still too early today. I don't think you're going to see it for a few more years.
Yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to ask you, Rich. Thank you.
All right, man. Where are you at, by the way?
Thank you.
I see you got some
I'm in Coffs Harbour. I've got a massive, this is not my place. I'm just sharing it.
Where's
I know it's hard to say. Australia, New South Wales.
Very nice.
And I started my own little podcast show as well. And this is where I would normally do it as well. I like to interview women, try to find out what's going on with their side of the story when it comes to dating as well, and try to help women, try to get them to trust men somehow. If you know what I'm trying to say on the first date.
You're in for an uphill battle, man. Like the only time I see guys talking to women and women listening to guys, Matthew Hussey is probably the most successful guy at it. And you know, if you look at his videos on YouTube, he's got rooms filled with fours. They're not attractive. They're well past their prime. And he's basically telling them what guys want, and all they're doing is they're just drooling over this hot Australian guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, anyway. I'm not going for anything like that. It's just basically, I've noticed that women don't just give out their numbers. The honesty on the men's side, they have lost complete trust in men because they just don't believe them anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, they've been told for years not to trust men, and that men are evil, right? And that the patriarchy oppresses them, and you know, feminism and all that sort of stuff. So the only way that you're going to get a woman's attention today is if you're high value. I mean, if you want to have the attention of a lot of beautiful women that are going to like be fun for you to be around, you've got to be a high value guy. That's why I say chase excellence, not women. Like put your dent in the universe, make money, make sure you max out on your looks and your game. Don't be fat, be captivating, have interesting hobbies. Like these are the main things that guys have to get through their head. Right.
Of course.
There's a whole like looks, money, status sort of thing, but it goes well beyond that. I mean, You can have looks, money, and status and be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
And the chick's not going to be into you, right? Like if you don't have any interesting hobbies, if you have nothing to invite her into to go and do, she's not going to want anything to do with you, right? So captivation's huge, but nobody really talks about that.
And that's what I was talking about, the theory of video chat instead of texting instantly to get that woman's attention so that you can get that honesty somehow, some kind of honesty straight away.
They get it right now.
I mean?
I mean, if they do any kind of connecting outside of the app, it's usually with a phone call. They don't usually use video.
Women don't give out their phone numbers. Now, I've interviewed a couple of girls. They gave out their numbers to a guy. After a week of talking to them on Tinder, the first thing they got was a fucking dick pic. That's the first thing that they got. No shit. And this is what I'm saying. It's awful. You know what I mean?
Guys don't have a lot of game too, right? Like they don't understand the metrics. They think that just whipping it out is going to get girls to fall over them. And it's like, look, maybe if you're Giga Chad, that might work. But for the vast majority of guys, whipping it out ain't going to get you anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, Rich. Thank you for your time, mate. Thank you.
All right. See you, buddy. Take care. Yeah. Ernesto says being boring basically limits you to female accountants. Like, yeah. If you're dating bean counters, lawyers, doctors, like any of these professional designation type of chicks, if you're boring, you might do well because all they're really doing is they're into their 30s. They've got their designation. It's framed on the wall in mahogany. And they're looking for like the right guy to get, married to, sort of thing. And if you have a good income, you can be boring, but you're not going to have her best. I can promise you that. Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.